Every Saturday when I got home from working with this group, I repeatedly told them to shut up. It felt good, and it didn't accomplish anything, which is probably exactly the same result that would have happened if I had said it in class. I doubt that these students found the things I had to say nearly as interesting as I found them. Mercy. I don't think they found the things that I had to say nearly as interesting as the things they had to say. Ethics for me was the most interesting. I don't really think they enjoyed it very much, but I had a ball. Whether it was, when is it acceptable to blow up a pregnant woman? The general consensus being never. Or when is it okay to push a man in front of a moving trolley car? The general consensus being whenever he leaves the toilet seat up in the middle of the night. They were brilliant. I would mentally replay their discussions in my head as I drove home. And as I tossed my work clothes on the floor and pulled on something comfortable, I would start telling the voices in my head to shut up. And they would for a little bit. And then all of a sudden I'd realize I was listening to the students talking again, jabbering away. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I finally started telling them good night. That helped a little bit. Good night. It took hours before the voices finally hushed. It was a powerful thing for me. I know it's just because they were so interesting and so thought-provoking that I enjoyed hearing them, that I let it roll on, roll on. I also know it's really fun to tell them to shut up. I pushed this class harder than I usually do. I provoked them relentlessly. I think they could testify to this. I found that as long as they were uncomfortable and a little on edge, they were brilliant, flat out brilliant. This bodes well for their careers because they have chosen to enter a field where psychological discomfort is the norm. People tend to think that counseling is a touchy-feely field. This is a fundamental misunderstanding. Counseling is not about saying a few magic words and healing a tattered psyche. Counseling is about taking a man's hand and walking with him through the valley of the shadow. Counseling is about swimming out to a drowning woman and helping her learn to float while she claws at you in desperation and fear. Counseling is about finding a way to reach a child so abused and violated that they flinch and shrink away from your very gaze. There's not much touchy-feeling in counseling, not nearly enough. And there's entirely too much weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. I assure you that the soul of a good counselor is not warm and fuzzy. The soul of a good counselor is as tough as a miner's boot. So I've provoked this crew. I've insulted them, goaded them, called them every politically acceptable name I knew, and most of the forbidden ones as well. I've insulted their intelligence, their gender, their ethnicity, their sexual orientation, their religion, and their stature. I've tried to identify their psychological scars and sensitivities, and when I found one, I poked it with a pointy stick. I could say I did this to test them or to toughen them up, but that would be a lie. I did start tormenting them just to see what they were made of, that's true. But the truth is, I knew what they were made of a long time ago. I pushed them harder, I think, than I ever pushed a class before, because I enjoyed it. Because it was fun. I pushed them harder because the harder I pushed them, the brighter they shone, and they shone with ever-increasing brilliance. For many, this world is a fierce and terrible place. These people we celebrate tonight have chosen to walk into that place and make it better. There are things that once known cannot be unknown, that once seen or heard can never be wiped from your memory. These people before you will carry burdens, bear responsibilities, and keep secrets that would crush most folks. And as they do it, they're going to shine so bright that others must needs turn away or cover their eyes. It's been an honor, y'all. Thank you.